All right, guys. In early January 2026, that was on Saturday. I think it was on 3rd January 2026. There was a report that came out about the 30 killings of people in the village called Demo community in Bogo local government area in Niger State. So when the report came about the killings of 30 people and adoption of unidentified number of people, I was not surprised. You know, when Gumi made a comment saying the government must come to in a negotiation with the terrorists so that they can support them with funds or ask them what they need. I somehow disagreed with Gumi. Now let's come to reality. The reason why I'm wearing this hat, because I think it somehow signifies Hausa people. I want to attract Hausa people here. That is why I'm making this video. My Hausa brothers, there is something I want to teach you guys, particularly Hausa people. I'm not talking about Islamic people. I'm not talking about the Islamic community. But then it have something to do with Northern Islamic people. Reason, when you look at what Gumi said that these people are crying for a soft life. They just want to live nice life. That is their problem. That is what I understand from all the things Gumi have been saying about the terrorist organization happening in the north. When you have to interpret this or to analyze this, the root cause of this kind of situation of youth rising in angry mood, start doing killings and committing a lot of atrocities. Sometimes it could be hunger. How are we going to solve this hunger strike happening in the north? That is the question I want to ask Hausa people. Do you guys have plan? We Igbos, we can support. Do you guys have plan on how to solve this hunger strike? Like, to my understanding, what is happening in the north is inadequate planning and mismanagement. The insecurity crisis in the north is hunger. So what I want to teach my northern people here, and my own idea, the reason why I'm wearing this is because I want to attract them in this video. I grew up in a family. My grandfather was a king, and my grandfather believes in tradition and culture. My grandfather doesn't know anything about Jesus Christ. If he knew, I have no idea of it. There was no in the history they said he won a badge in the church, in any church. Every of his lineage, everything was about tradition and culture. He married 3 wives. It was a beautiful family. I grew up in my own father's house as a Christian. Because why? When people grow up, they have freedom of religion. So it's not about religion. Everybody have their own personal life they want to live. They want to believe. My grandfather didn't force anyone to be part of his own ideology of belief. So we have different beliefs. That is right. But there is one thing I learned from Christian community. That is why you hardly see people with the kind of situation that will lead to poverty strike in a Christian community. I want to teach northern people this. And if you guys need help, we are ready to support you guys. So what I learned from Christian community is that they grow each other through non-governmental organization. When you check most of the Christian communities, they have entities, like schools mostly. In those schools, they create a foundation, an non-governmental organization where they will be supporting the community, any place, any area they need help. So, who are the people funding these organizations? Sometimes it could be individuals, sometimes it could be government, sometimes it could be like an association. That is where they get funds. They know the community, they know who is who, they know who are the poor and who they know everybody. Sometimes there will be the voice of the voiceless. So I'm not sure if the problem is that the people, the Islamic people, they can't manage their own community. I can say Nigerian Islamic people can't manage their own community in a peaceful manner. So some people, they said, these boys who are doing all these bandits, some of them are into drugs, some of them are into alcohol. How truth is this? Because the good thing about these non-governmental organizations is that you bring these people close, teach them about freedom of life, democracy, and how to live life, and how to make money. If it's people that are very loyal, we can employ them. We employ them. We support them anyhow they want. If it's service delivery, you cry for water, electricity, government will come and deliver it. You start from your own councillors. Because what is happening in the north, if I have to centralize it to the central government of Nigeria crisis, I will have to ask for President Tinubu to give northern Nigerians one prime minister, give Yoruba people, western Nigerian one prime minister, and give southeast one prime minister. So these three prime ministers will come as a monarch leader of this ethnic group to the central government of Nigeria to help us. This thing of, they said, and whatever is not, I don't think that thing is like the monarch system of Nigeria as we are speaking in Nigeria is dead. Is dead. Is in ICU. The monarchy system of Nigerian ethnic group right now in Nigeria is in ICU. Say that I said that. Go and tell anyone that I said. All these things you guys are celebrating is not our culture. It's not our culture. We know our culture. We know where we come from.